Alright guys, welcome back to another video with me, Countess. In today's video, we are talking about Celtic transfers. It's now the end of the window, so here's a review. We've already done a video, of course, but now the transfer window's shut, we've came back to revisit the topic. So, we'll start off with some incomings, then the outgoings, and then your guys' reviews, plus my review of the window now that it's over. So, let's get in with the incomings. We saw Jota, Carter Vickers and Maeda all join on a permanent after being on loan last season. Jota and Carter Vickers were both on loans with an option. Maeda was an obligation, so he of course joined the club on a permanent this summer. Celtic then signed their first ever Argentine player in Alessandro Bernabé. That controversial since coming over, but one for the future definitely, as he strengthens that left back position with Greg Taylor obviously being in front of him. What a player he's been recently. Celtic then signed two free agents in Aaron Moy, the Australian international who's done well in England before for Brighton and Huddersfield respectively, and goalkeeper from Dundee United on a free, Benjamin Siegrist, who got a run out against Ross County in the cup, looked pretty decent. Made some big saves to be fair against the likes of Awula from Ross County. We then had Moritz Jens, the German centre-back from Lorient, join on loan with an option to buy. He looks very good so far. Big Mercedes Jens. So yeah, that's how it's went so far, and that's what it was like last video. Those were the ones you already knew from the last video we did on the topic. But since then we've had two more incomings, both from the same club. Both new incomings have came from Rubin Kazan in Russia. Obviously there's a situation over there, but we won't talk about that in this video at all. We've seen at first Sead Haksabanovic come over from Rubin Kazan, where we thought it might have been a loan with an option to buy, was the rumours. And it ended up being a permanent. He's joined the club on a permanent deal. Seems to be a good signing from the little bits I've seen. I'm not going to go off the YouTube clips. However, the YouTube clips do look unreal, but you can edit anyone to look good. But from what I've seen against Ross County in the limited time I've seen him, Sead looks a real good player and hopefully gets a lot more game time for the season ahead. And then we have the boy who got unveiled at half time in the Old Firm derby, 4-0 by the way, Oliver Abelgaard, the Danish international, the holding midfielder, joins the club. And if you remember back to the first video, if you've seen that, I said in that video at the end what I wanted Celtic to sign, and it was a holding midfielder and a winger. And the last two signings that happened since that video were they two positions, so for me it's a real good window. And I said I would also like some dead wood to go out. So whilst we're on about going out, let's talk about the Celtic outgoings. We'll start with loans and then we'll move to permanent exits. So we had Urugide go out to Ostersons on loan in the Belgian League. We had Monte go to St Johnstone on loan, as well as Scales, who went to a fellow Premiership side in Aberdeen. Liam Shaw went to Morecambe on transfer deadline day on loan, and Johnny Kenny went to Queen's Park on loan earlier in the window. Barkas went to Utrecht and hopefully does well and can get his transfer value a bit up so he can sell him next summer. Ajeti went out on loan on transfer deadline day just like Liam Shaw. He went to Sturm Graz over in Austria. And another deadline day loan out was Mikey Johnson going to Vitória Guimarães, I believe is how you pronounce it, in Portugal. Good luck to him. This is really probably his last big chance to try and make a statement. If not, he'll probably get punted in my opinion. So, permanent exits for Celtic. We had club legend, I'd count him as, or at least a club hero, in Nir Biton, who left the club after a long time, and he joined Maccabi Tel Aviv over in Israel, his home country. Good luck to him. Tom Rogic is still a free agent. I'd love him back at Celtic if possible, but I think he might go over to Australia or around about that area closer to home. We had Liam Henderson join Hibs. We already kind of had that idea last season because we kind of loaned him there to the end of his contract. He then joined on a free, looks like a good signing for the Hibees. Bolly then joined KV Mechelen, I believe is how you pronounce it, over in Belgium. Good luck to him as well. Good luck to everyone that's went out on loan or permanent. McInroy, the youth player, joined Kilmarnock on a permanent at the end of his deal with the club. We then seen wonder kid Karamoko also leave the club in the summer as he joined Stade Brest over in Ligue 1. Good luck to him. I see him a lot on the bench. Hopefully he can try and break into that starting 11 over there. It appears that Duhan joined Tranmere apparently on a permanent. I haven't seen too much of that. This is just what Transfer Market has said. So if he has left, because there was a bit of a question mark on it. If he has left, good luck to him. If not, good luck at the B team or something. Luca Connell joined Barnsley. It's another one kind of like Karamoko where they'll seem to go on and be like the future, but then it's not really worked out. However, Barnsley, they'll probably try and push to get back into the Championship, and if they can get into the Championship, I think that's a solid level still to play at. And then to finish off the exits, we've seen a man of very few iconic moments for the club. You know, from, well, not very few, quite a lot, should I say. I was just trying to think in my head there, but no, there's quite a few, from magical run-ups against the likes of like the one that stands out for me is a Hamilton in the quest for 9 in a row at the time, where he just runs out the pitch, gets a crucial goal. And then there's times in Europe against the likes of Lazio where he stood up in the Glaswegian Coliseum from goals against Rangers in the cup final to win the cup final. You know, he's an iconic player. And good luck to Christopher Julian as he joins Montpellier for around about £1 million. He didn't have long left in his deal, so I'm glad we just got something. And I just hope he has a good time over there, because the big man's had a really bad time with an injury recently. So good to see him back playing football. So time for transfer window review. I'll start with mine. I'll finish off with you guys. And yeah, so the transfer window. I said it was a great window last video, and then we got the players I wanted. However, I'm not going to give it a 10. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I just think it would have been a perfect 10 if we got another striker, because the likes of Kyogo, who's just got injured in the Old Firm, and that's when I'm recording this, literally right after the Old Firm, when the audio's been recorded for the video. And now that's just down to Giacomakis as the only out-and-out striker. Maeda's kind of striker, but can play on the wings as well. He kind of plays across the front three. So I think if we maybe brought in a striker when Ajeti went out, even if it wasn't like a top quality striker, but just someone that, maybe it's like a Kevin Nisbet, even though he's injured, but someone of that quality, like a Shankland or Nisbet quality, but not named specifically. I don't think they'd want to be a backup, well, third choice striker. But yeah, I think that would make it a perfect 10, but a 9.5, best window I can think of in ages, because we kept the players like Jota and made sure they didn't go to the likes of a Premier League club. Same with Carter Vickers. It's a great window, a brilliant window, very harsh for me not to give it a 10. So then let's go on to some of yours saying. So we had Daniel saying easy 10 out of 10 once Abelgard is announced. So I put this tweet out before the announcement, just before. And yeah, I agree, Daniel, 10 out of 10. I can pretty much agree with that. I said 9.5. And then we had Bunzy Boy from Twitter. They said 10 out of 10. We've strengthened well in the right positions and managed to keep Jota and Carter Vickers. Can't agree more. And then we had Jota Things on Twitter saying 10 out of 10. Didn't really give much of a description, but a 10 out of 10, gotta agree. We then had Fenian Blues, and they said 8 out of 10, which is maybe a bit low in my opinion. But they said it's only an 8 out of 10 because Abelgard isn't announced yet. As soon as it's announced, it's straight up to a 10. So yeah, I kind of agree with that. Then we had Jack saying 8 out of 10. Covered most bases, but that left back position is weak. Then again, Wasp comes, Atante can slot him. I don't really agree with that. Maybe he's thinking that, from what I can just guess, maybe because Bernaby had that car incident. Is that why he's saying it's weak? Or does he just not rate Greg Taylor? Weird one, but for me, Greg Taylor's came in leaps and bounds, so I don't think it's weak. I think we have one good left back and one promising left back. Also, Atati can play there, but I think Rio Atati offers you so much more in that midfield department. When he's fully fit, he is one of the best players there is in Scotland. So yeah, and then we finish off with Sean Boy, big Sean Lee from Twitter. He says it's been a class window. Bernaby has potential, and I think he will improve massively with Ange. Haksabanovic looks good when he played. We finally got Mikey away on loan, where he can get some first team appearances and get the confidence. I mean, I agree with everyone's opinions. Maybe Barjack, when he sees the left back position is a bit weak. I think the back is a bit weak for now, but I think Bernaby can be very good when going forward. Defensively, from what I can see from pre-season, they're a bit questionable, but I think Greg Taylor is fantastic and he's proved all the doubters wrong, including myself. And yeah, all I can say is, Mon the Hoops, 4-0 against the Rangers. 5 points clear. It's looking good, and that window looked just as good as yesterday's performance. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video does come out on the Sunday, because I've just dated it by saying yesterday. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and goodbye.